Half a day, I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. You're watching KUAM News Weekend Edition. Thanks for joining us. Magalahan Hurao Academy saw their second cohort of 5th graders graduate into the 6th grade earlier this week. Chief Hurao Academy is Guam's only charter school that serves as an immersion program into our island's Chamorro culture. Additionally, the school, which currently serves students from grades K through 6, is looking to expand even further into secondary education. KUAM's Don Sulat has the full details.
Magalahan Hurao Academy, Guam's first Chamorro immersion school, saw 10 students graduate from their second batch of 5th grade students into the 6th grade. The students, embodying the mission of the academy, which is to promote and perpetuate the Chamorro language and culture in honor of the past generations and for the benefit of the future generation. As the students prepare to enter 6th grade, the question now is, what happens after? Currently, the school serves as a second home to immerse and practice the Chamorro culture from grade levels K through 6, but the hope is to expand past that in the hopes that students can enter high school while remaining steadfast in the culture.
The parents are requesting that we keep going and keep adding a grade, and so the idea to expand is to simply bring these children that have gone to school here at Hurao since they were 3 and graduating up through the grades. Where else would they go to continue this kind of education, and really to give them that grounding that they need in their indigeneity and their identity that will make them Chamorros to go out and be able to stand up for us, to make the right decisions, to lead our people.
KUAM had a chance to speak with a few of the parents of the graduating class and their thoughts of the school and how they feel about the program.
How do you guys feel and about your child promoting into 6th grade and continuing the program? And do you guys practice Chamorro at home now that your child can speak and understand more so than most of Guam's population?
We practiced a lot at home before coming to Hurao, but Hurao's really made it, just taking it to the next level, you know, being that they do it all day, every day. You know, with us, we do the best that we can with as much as we know, but like I said, Hurao's just taking it to another level for us, bringing in things that we didn't even know or didn't practice before, like other aspects of the culture.
Like Saina Guinifi said, it really takes a village, so when we leave our home, we feel safe and secure that our children are coming to their second home.
Yeah.
It's really like family here.
Ko importante praktika i todo tiempo cada dia. We're very excited. We've been in the program for 8 years. We just completed our 8th year. And so, of course, we're on the Galaidi, and we're going to continue through high school. It's going to keep going. We're very proud and we're very happy. Yeah.
We're very happy with the program today. It's been a blessing. Yeah, we practice at home because learning.
Currently, the school is hoping to include 7th, 8th, and 9th grade levels, with Arceo telling KUAM the plan is to build a grade at a time, ensuring they are building the course steadily and to make sure they are building the curriculum right.
Even though, so to speak, we're building the Galaidi while we sail it, we want to make sure that we do it very, very carefully. We want to make sure that we're meeting state standards and that they're able to compete in the world, even if they're having an indigenous curriculum.
The Guam Academy Charter School Council is set to hold a public hearing for the petition of Magalahan Hurao Academy to include the requested grade levels on Wednesday, June 10th from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Reporting for KUAM News, Guahusi Don Sulat.
A Chalampago Orda man will spend nearly a decade behind bars after admitting to selling methamphetamine from his bedroom window. John Tomas Donafield was sentenced Tuesday in the District Court of Guam to 115 months in federal prison on drug trafficking and firearm charges tied to a 2023 search warrant at his home. According to court documents, Guam police officers recovered more than 42 grams of meth, a firearm, ammunition, cash, and drug paraphernalia during the search. Donafield admitted to his plea agreement that customers would climb through his bedroom window to buy meth and that he had been selling drugs from the residence for years, including after suffering a stroke. Federal court records also show Donafield had prior convictions for drug trafficking and family violence before this latest case. In other news, despite a challenging spring marked by Typhoon Sinlaku, rising jet fuel prices, and global economic uncertainty, Guam's tourism industry is showing signs of recovery. This according to the Guam Visitors Bureau. During its monthly board meeting Thursday, GVB reported April visitor arrivals were down 28% compared to the same month last year due to the storm's impact. But arrivals from January through April remain up 1.1% over the previous year, while fiscal year-to-date arrivals have increased 13.5%. Now, GVB officials say declining jet fuel prices and new marketing initiatives are helping build momentum heading into the summer travel season. The Bureau will also lead promotions in South Korea, continue its Japan summer campaign, and host consumer events in the Philippines to drive bookings. The board also approved funding for community events across Guam and authorized support for a new hiking trail at Sela Bay Overlook, part of efforts, they say, to expand ecotourism opportunities. GVB also adds stronger visitor arrivals are expected in July and August as recovery efforts continue and summer travel demand picks up. In the wake of Super Typhoon Sinlaku, community support continues to reach families in Rota. Hundreds of residents received hot meals this week through a collaborative effort aimed at helping those still recovering from the storm.
More than 400 hot meals were distributed to Rota residents as local leaders, businesses, and community partners came together to support families in need. General Manager of Hotel to the Tan Su Lin Foundation, Tan Holdings, the Rota Mayor's Office, Juan Pan Guerrero, and Rota's Department of Public Safety for helping make the hot plate distribution possible. The community-driven effort provided warm meals and a sense of comfort to residents continuing to recover from the impacts of the storm. Sablon spoke with Mariana's Press.
We've been talking with my president, Jerry Tan, and he's been wanting to do something for the people of Rota because of the aftermath of Sinlaku, and we understand there's still much devastation, and we're thankful that nobody lost their lives on Rota. And we know that everybody's trying to recover. And so this is our little bit to bring back some opportunity and hope to people and to provide a little bit of our compliments to the people of Rota.
He's thankful for the team from Hotel Valentino, the Rota mayor, and her staff for their assistance.
Over 400.
Over 400.
And we're thankful to Juan Pan Guerrero, who also donated some supplies to help us increase the total number.
Sablon's message.
We're hopeful that everybody recovers well, and thankful to all of our federal partners that are here, our NGOs, Red Cross and Samaritan Purse, and everybody that's in the Commonwealth helping. We are truly thankful for all of your support. And again, we're hopeful that everybody recovers and is made 100% whole coming out of this. We could become a little bit more resilient every time, and so I think we're all working towards that effort.
Peace talks with the U.S. and Iran are ongoing, even as military conflicts in the region are on the rise. Both sides launched military attacks overnight. More from the White House.
The White House confirms that U.S. and Iran negotiators have reached an agreement to extend the ceasefire for 60 days and then launch talks on Iran's nuclear program. The tentative deal is still waiting for President Trump's final approval.
The history of our negotiations with the Iranians going back for many presidents, they do tend to throw roadblocks in at the last minute and to kind of change their negotiating positions from time to time. We can still remain hopeful on this one.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio is scheduled to meet with his Pakistani counterpart at the White House Friday. Pakistan has been mediating the talks. Wednesday, Secretary Rubio laid out the president's bottom line for an agreement with Iran.
They are the world's leading sponsor of terrorism, and they can never have a nuclear weapon.
The potential breakthrough comes just hours after the U.S. and Iran exchanged military strikes for the second time this week. U.S. Central Command confirmed it struck an Iranian site that sent attack drones over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran responded with a ballistic missile launch toward Kuwait that CENTCOM says was successfully intercepted.
They're negotiating on fumes.
President Trump argues the U.S. blockade on Iranian ports is pressuring the regime to make a deal.
Their economy is in free fall. They have 250% inflation. Their money has no value. Their whole economic system is broken down.
Iran's president said Wednesday that hostile forces are now waging an economic war in an attempt to break the country and called on private sector companies to resist the external pressures brought about by the blockade. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Well, the Teason High School Air Force JROTC program is once again receiving national recognition. The unit has earned the AF JROTC Distinguished Unit Award with merit for the second straight year, honoring top-performing programs across the country for leadership, cadet achievement, and community support. The program also posted a perfect unit inspection score for the second year in a row and brought home multiple awards from the Pacific Region Drill Meet in Hawaii. Instructors Colonel Frank Flores and Chief Master Sergeant Ronald Taidagui were also named outstanding instructors for their impact on cadets and the community. Cadet Major Lucia Lowe credited the honor to the hard work of the unit, instructors, and school support staff. And Inalahan Middle School is celebrating a major achievement after earning a 6-year accreditation status from the Accrediting Commission for Schools Western Association of Schools and Colleges. The accreditation, which extends through June 30th of 2032, reaffirms the school's commitment to academic excellence and continuous improvement following a successful accreditation review and campus visit. Now, Principal Derek Santos credited the achievement to the dedication of faculty, staff, students, parents, and community stakeholders, who he says all played a role in the accomplishment, and a mid-cycle review visit is scheduled during the 2028-2029 school year. George Washington High School's dance program. In other news, E. Manielu Gualiak is celebrating a major win after taking first place in the high school division and first place overall at the Bilands Hotel Tono competition held May 17th. The award-winning group featured 38 student performers, many of them first-time competitors who helped choreograph dances, create original drum beats, and develop chants and songs for their performances. Principal Dexter Fulo praised the students and instructor Sinyo Tetautau for their hard work and commitment to preserving and celebrating Chamorro culture through dance. Well, get ready for even more sporting events in D.C. as part of Freedom 2050 celebrations. It has been announced that the district will now host a FIFA World Cup fan zone at the National Mall. This along with the UFC fight planned for President Trump's birthday.
Construction here at the White House is certainly turning heads as an Ultimate Fighting Championship octagon is being built on the South Lawn. Tall scaffolding is being erected that will light the cage for the UFC fight.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was a roller coaster.
Jack Saccone is visiting D.C. from Austin, Texas, and wrapping his head around the idea of a UFC fight at the White House.
It's not the smartest way to spend the money, but it's so cool.
While some are fully on board,
I love Dana White. I love Trump. I think it's a good thing.
others don't understand what it has to do with America's birthday.
UFC cage fighting on the lawn of the White House? Strange.
If fights aren't your thing, perhaps you'd rather watch the World Cup.
Barcelona, the best club. I love Neymar, so.
In just about 2 weeks, the National Mall will host a free FIFA World Cup fan zone that will include live match watch parties.
I could come here for free. You're lying. I don't believe you. What? Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Obviously, I'm gonna pull up.
The fan zone will also feature interactive exhibits, food, and music.
It'll be a chance for Americans to gather and watch the World Cup matches together.
The fan zone will be open June 11th through July 19th on the National Mall between 3rd and 4th Street. Both the FIFA World Cup fan zone and the UFC fight are open to the public and free to attend. President Trump says there will be reserved seating for around 4,000 people right up next to the fight, and then space for as many as 100,000 members of the public to watch the fight on large screens. Reporting from the White House, I'm Kelly Vaughn for WUSA 9.
Stick around, we have more coming up on Weekend Edition. You're watching KUAM.
Stop! Dollar days are back at Kmart. Pantry loaded. Everyday essentials done. Deals in every aisle. Fill your cart. Stack your savings. Kmart Guam. Don't miss dollar days.
Don't need a work break. Keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace. And I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you,
We're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Okay, Hafaday everybody. I am down here in Santa Rita Sumai with the Honorable Mayor of this municipality, Dale Alvarez. Hafaday, Mayor.
Hafaday.
Okay, and Jade Aquino is with the Mayor's office. Hafaday, Jade. Hi. Okay, so we are talking about, Mayor, about the Papaya Block Party. 3 words that just perfectly mesh together and everything. First of all, what a wonderful event, and how did you guys come up with this?
Well, we were thinking about avocado, and then Daddy Do wanted us to give them the avocado, so I chose papaya because papaya is actually a year-round fruit. You know, it's a universal fruit. You can do anything with it, and even make beauty products. You know, like the papaya soap. The Filipino or the Philippines, they sell that. And you know, anything they can do with a papaya dessert or even katido papaya.
Okay. So Jade, how are we using, you know, the idea of the papaya? And when you combine it with like a block party and everything, some people have festivals, some people have like, you know, things like that. When you put it with a block party together, and especially with a southern village that's always known for its hospitality, like Santa Rita and everything, like how are you guys making that work?
So, I mean, we started off with the block party idea first, and then when Deredo was able to give us one of the fruits, we decided to throw it in because Santa Rita is also known for our flowers. So they're gonna do a centerpiece competition to add the flowers and the papaya, just to showcase, you know, because Santa Rita is of both. We're also gonna do the food contest, biggest, weirdest, what's the thing? Most unique.
Oh, weirdest papaya. I like that.
Weirdest looking papaya. And then, like he said, the foods. The pickled, I believe someone had said something about tinola.
I was just going to say.
We're waiting to see what's going to come about.
I was just going to say, Mayor, because this is the South, and down here, you know, you wonderful folks are known for your spicy foods and everything like that. So how are we going to celebrate the pickled papaya, which is probably like most locals' like favorite way to enjoy it?
Well, that's the same thing that a lot wanted to do. They want, because even like the Filipinos are saying something that dessert achara. It's like a sweet pickle.
Oh yeah.
Papaya. Yeah. So we're just gonna go about that, and it's also with a lot of cash prizes for the contest. So, knowing that this is gonna be our first event, you know that with the papaya, so we're just gonna put it out there to invite everybody if they want to come down to do join the contest and just celebrate the family fun day. Then you can either choose your best papaya katido category or weirdest, unique looking, whatever you want to. Dish you want to do. So,
and this isn't just for the village here and everything. This is for the entire island.
Yes, the entire island.
All 19 villages more than welcome to come over and.
Roger.
Even
absolutely.
We're hoping, I know we're small, but we're hoping to accommodate. We're hoping to accommodate, you know, whoever can come through. We're trying to establish our annual, like we have Mango Fest. I mean, we're not going to be anywhere near it for the first time, but
you never know. Santa Rita knows how to throw a party, man. I've been to a lot of good ones down here.
Yeah, so we're not just gonna have the papaya contest. We're gonna have entertainment for both days. We're gonna have, I believe, the carnival rides. We'll see what we can get for the kids, and then the food vendors, of course.
Okay, now I'm old enough to remember you guys when we used to have like I'm from Deredo, right? When we would have block parties, it was always like the entire neighborhood, the entire village, everybody brought something, you know, everybody contributed, and that was the essence of a block party. Is it, you know, this isn't just the mayor's office is putting this on, or, you know, sponsors are wonderful and everything like that, but this really is the community of Santa Rita Sumai coming together.
Yes. Yeah. So not just us, it's gonna be our MPC jumping in, all hands for this one.
Okay, how long have you guys been working on this, Mayor? Because I mean, there's a lot of calls to be made, a lot of messages to be sent.
Honestly, last year I wanted to try it last year, but then unfortunately my community center was already taken for a graduation party. So I said, okay, never mind, we'll use it for next year. So there's a lot of planning that we wanted to do. We wanted to do the strip down to our Southern High and Truman. But then I thought about it that all the logistics is going to be hard for, you know, my staff, myself as well, you know, to get all like a stage, porta potties, all of that, close off the roads. So I decided to just put it up here in the community center because it's more convenient. I know the parking is going to be tough, and, you know, but we have a shuttle that will go around and pick up people and drop them back to their vehicles. But I wanted to do where the baseball field as well for the kids, the rides. But then my baseball field right now is being renovated, so I don't want to ruin that for the kids, so I just put it here and we called it the block party.
Very nice, and we're keeping it safe, and we're keeping it positive and everything.
Yes.
And
So
that's the wonderful thing about this is there's just going to be so much love.
Yes.
Okay, Jade, what does this mean for the community, like down here, to basically say, like, that we're doing something? It's the first one. We would love everybody to get involved. You can be part of history too, because this is just going to be an expression of who we are as a village, and that unique personality comes through.
So I feel like since he sat in office, what we're trying to do is really bring more to the community. I mean, you see a lot of the other districts events, and it's more so like we have to travel for that. So I feel like this is another step for our village to say, hey, we have this for us, and then why don't you come join us this time?
Absolutely.
So we started off. He did our first ever playground with our Easter event. We had our Back to Sumai again. So this is just another annual we're trying to add.
Okay, and then Mayor, of course, you come from a legendary sports family yourself, and competition is healthy with like all the mayors, and you can say like, when all the other villages start saying, hey, we want to have like our own block party too, you can always say, hey, remember who did that first.
Yeah. Well, actually too, we did our first 2K, 5K run walk for Back to Sumai, and then the following weekend was the thing that I picked up from my dad. He started the Back to Sumai for 14 years, except for a couple years, COVID, and then the following year, then since I came in, I picked up on what it is, because that's whatever we have, our Sumai residents that are survivors.
Freedom, that's a cheap thing. Freedom to ignore this, that's a cheap thing. Sacrificing facial hair to nature and involuntary blood donations, cheap things. No one signs up for an 800-pound bear chase, but if it happens, cheap thing. VIP parking, exfoliating, treating gravity like a suggestion, saying it'll dry. Free-range parenting, forgetting if that's a moose or an elk, all cheap things. Remembering without saying it, couldn't be more of a cheap thing. Sweating your tail off, freezing your tail off, an American saving another American's tail. Cheap things. Making a cheap vehicle for only people with cash like him? Not a cheap thing. Or confusing capability with unaffordability? No, not a cheap thing. Making adventure affordable? Now that's a cheap thing. So we're bringing you more cheap things this year, because cheap things should be everyone's thing.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade. On the field, on the court, in the game. But what happens beyond the game? Get stories behind the stats, the players behind the plays, and the teams making an impact on and off the field. Join us every weekend on KUAM News Weekend Edition for Beyond the Game, because sports are more than just a score. Only on KUAM, Guam's leader in sports coverage, Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade. Okay, everybody, Jason Salas here. I'm joined by Carrie-Ann Cabral. She is a member of the board of the Guam Track and Field Association. She is a coach for the Academy of Our Lady of Guam in track, also does a longtime teacher. So, Carrie, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me, Jason.
Yeah, and of course, I've known Carrie for like forever, right? But I wanted to bring her on because you kind of sit right on that precipice when you were in high school competing, and now that you're a coach and administrator, of seeing athletes that were allowed to associate.
Yes.
Whether they're, in a school where you don't have a sport and you go to another school, or most importantly, like when you homeschool now. Okay, so at a high level view, how has that impacted the level of play on island, and how has it raised the caliber?
Ooh.
Or has it?
It actually, it has. I will say, obviously, the caliber of athleticism at the moment, it's still getting to a point where it was back in like 2018, 2019, and even prior to like 2013 and all those years, because I still remember in my year, I ran with Regine Tagade, I ran with Shell Tagade, I ran with Shania Bilala, I ran with all of these different people that like up their higher echelon that competed and represented Guam on a national level. And granted, our athletes are not quite there yet. There's really no one that's going to touch Regine's 100-meter record for a while. I can promise you that right now. But at the same time, having that opportunity for athletes that may not have a team, or giving them the opportunity to choose where they associate, rather than being like, oh, if you're from this school, you can only go to this school. if you're going to join sports for this specific sport.
Yeah, there's a set pipeline
There's a set
that you have
pipeline,
to follow.
yeah. But now there is no set pipeline. It's you can choose. The only thing is, once you choose a school, you have to stay for that whole year. So you can't like jump from sport to sport kind of thing.
You can't just title chase.
Yeah.
Because I know some people may have tried to like game the system in years past and everything. And they said, okay, this looks better for college. I just want I want the chips.
Yeah, I mean we've also had people that would transfer schools to do that. So that's why they've implemented you can't compete in a sport if you transfer in for X amount of days. I don't know the specifics on that, but there is a rule where if you transfer from school to school, because it happened a lot in basketball my year, you cannot play, I think you can't play the next quarter or like 45 school days, which is basically a whole quarter.
Yeah.
So you would have to like already be in by that
now
time.
I'm gonna be old grandpa and I'm gonna date myself because when I was in school, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted to compete in a particular sport and your school did not offer it, you would either at the beginning of the school year completely transfer and attend that school for the entire year, or you just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And now it's like basically like, I mean, we've seen it in soccer, in rugby, in track and field, especially like in your sport. Beach volleyball.
Yes.
You get St. John's kids who compete for Sanchez. You get St. John's kids who compete for GW. Likewise.
Yeah. And you get
and it's
all
wonderful.
these different kids. I mean,
you get St. Paul kids who play soccer for St. John's.
Yes, and then in track also we have kids from Harvest, we have kids from St. John's, we have kids from, what are the other ones? I had one last year from Career Tech, but she transferred to Hokkaido for other opportunities, but I loved having her on my team, and she was on my team since cross country, so the first quarter moving into track. And granted, it is different from transferring schools altogether because you're still attending your school. So let's say, for instance, if I get somebody from Harvest, right? Because I did have a Harvest kid this year. If I get somebody from Harvest, they're still attending Harvest. They just come to practices with us. They wear the Academy jersey whenever they compete. They represent Academy, but they're still allowed to do other things as if their school had a team, if that makes sense.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Letterman's jackets, again, when I was in school and dinosaurs were there, right? Letterman's jackets were everything, right?
Yes.
Do you letter in the school that you're competing for? So in that case, so like a Harvest girl competes for Academy, does she letter as an Academy Cougar or as a Harvest Eagle?
I think when it comes to the Letterman jackets, because Academy, we're boring, we don't do that. I know FD does, and my brother, I always hate it because I look at my brother's Letterman jackets and I get so jealous about it because I never got one and I was a 4-quarter athlete my senior year.
Yeah. You would look like George Patton if you had...
just all patched up.
Yeah.
No, but I think in this situation, it would just be the sport rather than who they associated with.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's also optional. I don't know how that works for the specific schools. I mean, I've been meaning to ask FD how that works because I know that sometimes for certain sports, they do have FD kids that do affiliate. I just forget which sport specifically.
Okay, now I know, and you use the word, and this is such a wonderful thing because you are an educator, you use the word opportunity. I think that's why you're doing this as a coach and as an administrator, because you want to give kids the chance to compete.
100%.
Yeah, they may be all island at some point, they may not, and everything like that, but you're giving them the choice.
Always, and that's my number one thing. Like, even when I teach my students, and I'm a PE teacher, by the way, if you couldn't tell. But when I talk to my students, and I'm trying to get them, encourage them to join mostly my sport, cross country, track and field. But if it's to encourage them to join any sport in general, sports plays a major role in people's lives, whether they realize it or not. And having that opportunity, like I had one girl right now, actually, she was #1 up until All Island 80 at Beneventi. I'm going to shout you out right now, girl, but I'm going to use it as an example. She came into track specifically to get ready for rugby. But once she realized, I'm good at this, now her parents are trying to work with her and work with me to get her to either national level or get it to where she gets good enough where she can get a scholarship. And that is my end goal. Is it's not just the opportunity for sports, it's the opportunity for further education, the opportunity for further life chances.
Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade. On the field, on the court, in the game. But what happens beyond the game? Get stories behind the stats, the players behind the plays, and the teams making an impact on and off the field. Join us every weekend on KUAM News Weekend Edition for Beyond the Game, because sports are more than just a score. Only on KUAM, Guam's leader in sports coverage, Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
And now here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shout-out sent to us on KUAM.com.
All right, everybody, weekend birthdays. Erica Salas Opena, happy birthday, Erica. Please enjoy your special day and may all your birthday wishes come true. Love Mom and Alvin and all of your familia. Also on Saturday, happy birthday to Jacob from Papa and Grandma in Colorado. Hey, wow, cold out there, but we got some good parties here in the islands. We are wishing you the best day and many more to come. And your family says, Papa and Grandma says, we love and miss you. And on Sunday, Mel Madrigal. Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you for all that you do. You are so appreciated and loved, and we don't know what we would do without you. Love, Hey, Dad, Bruno, Bailey, and Bubbles. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
That's going to do it for us here on Weekend Edition. Visit KUAM.com or follow us at KUAM News on social media for the latest news. For now, I'm Matsuki Hirayama. We close out with more amazing mothers.